All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Aqua, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. And great advice for the times. Talking about not putting your trust in anybody but the Lord. It don't matter if it's your wife, children, best friend, family, people you knew your whole life. The days are evil and the evil day is approaching. So Micah 7:5, trust you not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of your mouth from her that lieth in your bosom. That's your wife, your boo thing. You don't have to tell her every single thing. Now, she have a better chance of being saved through you if she holds you down and listen to what you say. But telling her every single thing, every secret, that's a no-no. And we all, most of us, are guilty of that, especially when you first come in. You don't know no better. But all of this is learning curves. So pillow talking is a no-no, and going into the depth of this truth is a no-no, because all you're going to do is cause harm to yourself. Your woman, only if the Lord blessed you in that way. And for the most part, men of the Lord are not blessed in that way. Most men don't have women that's like 100% in the truth. And if you believe that, go tell your woman that I could go have another woman. Then we'll see how much that works out for you. But the point is that limit your talk. Verse 6, for the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter rises up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. So the Lord quoted this, which I'm going to get. This is what's happening. The Lord is the one that's causing it. Because see, when the rubber meets the road, and that's what's happening, and that's what will happen, to the point that people ain't going to be able to gainsay nor resist. They were like, oh shit, I guess what they were saying was right. But the thing is that when these things really go down, you're going to be the enemy. They're going to blame it on you like it's your fault. All we doing is prophesying what's in the book. But they're going to point at us, especially when Esau, Edom, that the accuser of his brethren, the ones that going to put us on the news and cast us in a negative light. Your family is going to, because they don't want to feel that pressure. They feel like by turning you in, that mean that it's going to be okay with them. Scripture said never trust thy enemy. But anyways, they're going to look at you like the enemy, because it's going to be so much pressure on the men of the Lord. When you go into 2 Ezra 16, talks about then you should know who is my chosen, talks about spoiling and destroying those who fear the Lord. So when they start seeing these things, oh, hell no, he over here. Oh, he right here. I'm not down with what he be talking about. I told him it was a cult. I told him that shit is crazy what he talking about. So that's what's going to happen, man. So this ain't the time to be trying to go back and forth with family. I know you love them. I love mine. But you had the chance when you first came in. And if you just came in today, all right, we all had to go through it. You want to tell the world, I'm Israelite, you an Israelite. Hey, the Lord loves us and only us. We going to be delivered. We got something good coming to us. And guess what's going to happen? 9.9 times out of 10, your family going to reject it. So let's continue. Therefore, I will look unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. I will wait for the power of my salvation. My power will hear me. That's the only person that cares. That's the only person that going to save you. All right. Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. Through his right hand, he going to save us. So And then you got to understand that the Lord is the one that's causing this, because the elect is precious in the Lord's eyes. So he says, suppose you that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you no, but rather division. This is the Lord speaking, because he's separating, as when you go to Matthew 25. He's separating the sheep from the goats. The sheep represent the elect. The goats represent the wicked, and also those who follow after the wicked, 2/3, and the rest of the nations. So he said he's going to put the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left hand. So the Lord is causing a division. And guess what? I used to read the scripture when the pandemic first came out, because I actually seen it. Man, this pandemic messed up marriages. You had people talk about, if you don't got the jump shot, you can't come over. So the Lord, since 2020, the Lord been stirring up this place in the whole world. That's like the beginning of sorrows. So I saw division when it came to the pandemic. And verse 52, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house, divided 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So the Lord is the one that's causing the division, because he's separating who's his and who's not. So that's why you have to walk in wisdom. Colossians 4:5, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. Because, yeah, of course listen, your wife love you, but it's conditional. So your wife don't love you unconditionally. She love you conditionally. And that's the way love is supposed to be. But when it comes to you being her Lord, it shouldn't be no condition. All right? Because the reason I say it's supposed to be conditionally, because how can you expect the Lord to love you? We the Lord's wife, but we disobedient to him. So that's conditional. If you disobedient to him, he ain't gonna F with you. Just like if your wife, if your wife don't listen to you, like say if she cheat on you, because that's the same thing as us committing adultery, fornication, spiritual fornication, serving other gods, you ain't gonna F with her. So love is conditional. But the point is that your woman, she love you to a certain extent. So let Esau run up in the house, and y'all got kids. We understand death. We understand that whatever we lose on this side, we gonna see again. The woman don't have that type of understanding. She's emotional. You put a gun up, or even worse, if you have a woman and she got her own kids, which is your kids too, if y'all been together for a long time. First of all, when you come together with a woman who got kids, that's a package deal. So them like your kids too. But see, at that time, these is her kids. So Esau got a gun up to her son or daughter's head, talk about, tell me where he at. Oh, she is singing like Whitney Houston. So don't think that, oh yeah, I got Sarah, I got Rebecca, I got Judith. You don't got none of them. I found out the hard way. When I first came into the truth, I had a woman who acted like she was down. It lasted like a year, and then she ended up turning sour. So yeah, it happens. But the point that I'm making is that you can't trust everybody. You can't trust everybody. It don't matter if it's your family. Only people you can trust. And what's sad about that, that's even limited, because you can't trust every brother. Matter of fact, let me get it. So it said, take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in every brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. So one thing about this truth, and guess what? The reason I'm even making this video, because most of the stuff that I'm speaking on, except for, Esau coming in the house and putting gun up to people, kids' head and stuff like that, everything else I went through. So I could speak by experience. So even this scripture right here, when I first came into the truth, like really, really came in and put my hand to the plow, I trusted that brother You know, like I said, I'm the kind of person that I want to make it. So I'm going to forgive. Even if it hurts, I'm going to forgive. The Lord said, you know, how can he forgive you when you can't even forgive your brother? So I'm going to forgive. But I went through some shit. I went through some shit when I first came into this truth, trusting a brother. You know, me and him had personal conversations. I thought I could talk to him about it. Then he ended up throwing the shit in my face, you know. But anyways, back to the point. So the thing is, you can't trust every brother just because he say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, or he Israelite. He got garment on, or fringes. You know, you got to take heed. Matter of fact, let me get this one real quick. Bring not every man into your house, for the deceitful man have many trains. And when you go into that word trains, it's talking about he got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. First of all, you ain't supposed to bring everybody into your house anyway, because spirits are attached to them. Them spirits would jump off of his ass and be lingering in your house, you know. But that's why Yahushua told disciples, you know, if people receive you into your house, okay, bless it. And then if people don't, dust off your feet. All right. You don't even want the dust from their house on your feet. But watch who you're around. Watch who you're around. This is not a game. This truth is deadly serious. This is, man, and only people who have faith understand this. Only people who have understanding understand this. Like, this is not a game. Like, one thing can take you out. So it's so many stumbling blocks. So bringing everybody into your house, right? Now, the scriptures talks about this. Let me get this real quick. So it says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. So going back to, it's so easy to fall into the hands of the devil, man. And people can do that. The people that you hang around, that's why the scripture started off with, be not deceived. You got a lot of people who think that, you know what? I know I won't do this. I know I won't do that. I could be around anybody. I know this. You don't know shit. All right. Because you're calling the Lord a liar. Because the word said, be not deceived. I love when scriptures start off like that. I love scriptures when they say, marvel not and be not deceived. All right. Marvel not means don't be surprised, and be not deceived. Don't think that you got it. Don't think. All right. Don't allow the pride misjudge your, the judgment, man. So that can happen, man. So watch who you hang around with. And it said, for some men is a friend. Nope, that's not it. That is. Dang, where is it at? I think it's 6 and 13. Yeah. Separate yourself from your enemies and take heed to your friends. So, that's the best advice you can give anybody in these times, especially being in this truth. And matter of fact, this is good advice if you ain't in the truth. All right. That's why the scripture said in 2 Corinthians 13 and 8, it said that you cannot do nothing against the truth before the truth. So even the word, when you ain't even in the truth, this is good advice. All right. So, yeah, you're supposed to take heed to your enemies. Enemies, anybody who ain't in this truth. Sorry. I know your best friend, Ray on the block. That used to be your boy. That's your enemy now. You can't trust him. You can't trust anybody who don't have the fear of the Most High, because guess what? They are susceptible to do anything. They don't have no fear. They'll sleep with your woman. They'll steal from you. They'll kill you. They don't have fear of God. So anybody that's against you, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. All right. Which means fellowshipping. Because your wife may not believe, but if y'all please to be together, let them be, as the scripture said. But and it said, take heed to your friends. Let's talk about your brothers. You have to have spiritual discernment. Now, at the end of the day, the Lord is the one that's going to come back and judge the hearts. The Lord is the one that's going to put the spotlight on men who are frauds. But you still have spiritual discernment. If somebody rub you the wrong way and something don't seem right, keep your antennas up. So this is great advice. Take heed to the word. It'll never do you wrong. Shalom.